Thank you so much. My name is Christal Frost, and I have a little radio show down the street here on WTCM News Talk 580, and the folks at the Traverse City Film Festival have been so wonderful as to ask me to help with hosting the Filmmaker Awards once again this year. So first of all, let's give a big round of applause for all of the volunteers that have made this night possible. You see them in their incredible shirts. You see all of them with their lanyards, and we couldn't do it without them. And I would now like to formally welcome you to the 2017 Traverse City Film Festival Awards ceremony in beautiful Traverse City, Michigan. This is kind of like our Oscars, only all of the movies are good, incredibly good, and we don't need to have seat fillers because everybody wants to be here, right? Tonight's ceremony is also being broadcast live on Facebook thanks to our friends at the Michigan Film and Digital Media Office and on television screens all across northern Michigan on Channel 189 by our partners on Up North TV. Give it up for them. Now we're going to get this award ceremony kicked off right now, so please join me in welcoming Traverse City Film Festival board member Rod Burleson to the stage. Rod is an educator. He's a documentary filmmaker and a producer of Michael Moore's films. Thank you so much, Rod.
Thank you, Christal. And first of all, if you have a film in the festival, you might want to think about moving towards the stage and getting a little closer to where the presentation is happening. So I want to welcome everybody also once again to the festival. Michael asked me to say he can't be here, and this is one of his most favorite things. And he can't be here because he's got his Broadway show that opened in its first preview yesterday. And he wanted me to say that he had gotten so many wishes from the people here, well, across the nation, but especially here in Traverse City, the Instagrams, the videos, the best wishes, the encouragement, and as he once said, you know, everybody needs encouragement. It makes a big difference. He wants to say thank you for all that and for understanding he can't be here for this ceremony. So, without any further ado, I'd like to welcome Rich Brower to the stage. He's been working in the film industry for decades. He's the winner of the 2009 Michigan Filmmaker of the Year, presented by Michael Moore to him. And so, Rich, take it away.
Thank you very much. Thank you all for being here tonight. I have the gracious honor of announcing the winners of the Traverse City Film Festival Bumper Contest, sponsored by the FIM Group, who's been a big part of this for a long time. First off, honorable mention, Fantasy by Brody Steele, Genre Leaping to TCFF by Robert Langworthy, Movie Date by Don Blubaugh, Popcorn Training by Brian Steenberg, The Power of Movies, a documentary by Kathleen Jacobson, The Syndrome by Don Keelhorn, a TCFF mini-doc by Molly Jeske. Those are the honorable mentions. Big round of applause for all those guys. And now, runners-up, $500 will go to these people. Secret Life of Volunteers by Tammy Evans and Brenda Smith. And Are You Ready, ? By Michael Offendicus. And there they are. Woohoo!
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Good job. Good job, you guys.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Hey, thank you so much.
Cute kid.
Oh,
Nice.
Carry on.
Thank you.
There's got to be enough light for that one. Okay, here we go. The first place award winners, $1,000 in unmarked bills, goes to Travel by John Plow and Big on Film by Anders Kelto, Megan Kelto, and Carolyn Kim. Where are they? Must be around somewhere. Well, wherever they are, they're going to get some money from right over here. So there you have it. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Rich Brower. It's just a wonderful thing to have you here tonight. If you can hear my voice and you have the ability to do this, could you please get a little bit closer to the stage, just so that our award-winning filmmakers tonight can hear you, can see you, and can know that you're here to support them. That would be just wonderful. So coming up next, for the shorts, we have one of the original shorts. His name is Joe Short, and he's founder, CEO, and creative engineer of Antrim County-based Shorts Brewing Company. How many of you are familiar with Shorts Brewing Company? Yeah. That's the kind of applause we want to hear. Now, sometimes referred to as the Willy Wonka of craft beer and hard cider, Joe is a born entrepreneur and community developer, as well as a devout family man and an avid water skier. He loves Michigan and its bounty of fresh water. Please give a warm round of applause for Joe Short.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Those are bright lights. So first off, I want to thank everybody who might be drinking a Shorts beer or Starcut cider right now. And also, I just want to note that, when we started making videos and created a YouTube channel, I had no idea that I would be nominated to win a short film. So, wait. Sorry, I'm not getting an award. I am giving an award for a short film tonight. Okay, I should have read this first. Sorry, everybody. So here you go. We have a little list here, and the special mention short film called Skull and Bone by Victoria Rivera, with cinematography by Soren Nielsen of Traverse City. So that's a special mention short film there. Next, we have a special mention short film, It's All Right by Nina Nag. And I guess nobody is here for these ones, but everybody give a round of applause for Nina. And then Best Documentary Short Film, 10 Meter Tower by Maximilian van Ertek and Axel Danielson. Big round of applause for 10 Meter Tower, Best Documentary Short Film. And last on my short list by Joe Short, Wearing Shorts. Thanks to the film festival for having me here. The best fiction short film goes to Retouch by Javier Mazziari. So congrats to all those short filmmakers, and cheers to y'all. Have a great night. Thanks to Traverse City Film Festival. We'll see you.
Well, thank you so much, Joe Short. And once again, if you can hear my voice, I want you all to take like 1, 2, maybe 3 steps closer. We want to feel like you're here tonight, and because of these lights, it's kind of hard to do that. I see you guys. Don't be shy. Come on up. It's okay. Come on over. All right, coming up right now is a very, very integral member of the family here at the Traverse City Film Festival. In fact, without this woman, we would not seriously be able to do this every single year the way that we have been doing this for 13 years in Traverse City. She is the executive director of the Traverse City Film Festival. Deb Lake, please come to the stage. Let's hear it for Deb, guys.
Thank you, Christal. I have the honor to present the Honorary Prize winners tonight. There are 4 awards that we give in memory of and in honor of people who are very important to the festival and also to the whole film community. Our Buzz Wilson Prize for the Best Avant-Garde Film goes to Austerlitz by Sergei Laznitsa. Sergei's not here, but it's a beautiful film. The Stuart J. Hollander Prize for Best Family Film goes to Fanny's Journey by Lola DeLeon. Very high audience scores on that one. The Lars Kelto Prize for Best Comedy Short Film goes to Hot Winter, a film by Dick Pierre by Jack Henry Robbins. Is Jack here tonight? It is hilarious, and it's showing tonight at midnight at the State, if you have a chance. Is Jack here? He's here, but we don't see him. Well, we have flowers and a prize if we find you. He's coming. Jack is coming. Congratulations. You won the Lars Kelto Prize for the Best Comedy Short Film.
Oh, you should tell everyone it's at 12.
It is, yes, I said. You can see his film, his award-winning film, at 12 o'clock tonight at the State Theater. Would you like to say something?
Hey, everyone. Woo! Oh, wow, cool. Yeah, I made a movie. It's a 1980s porno about climate change without the sex. So it's very funny and weird, and it's playing at 12 tonight. And big shout out to everyone who helped. Thank you. And thanks to the Traverse Film Festival for this beautiful award.
You're very welcome. You earned it. It's a great film. And we also give out each year the Roger Ebert Prize for the best film by a first-time filmmaker. And this year it goes to someone who I hope is here, Pow Fow for Ada for Mayor. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I don't know what to say. Thank you very much. I had a fantastic week, and this is perfect. I don't know. Thank you.
Very welcome.
Sorry? Smile with your photo. Smile with the flowers. My way.
You don't see anything from the
I know you don't.
Thank you so much to Deb Lake and all those wonderful filmmakers. Now, coming up next, we have the Founders Awards. And Tia Lesson is an Oscar-nominated filmmaker. She's also a Traverse City Film Festival board member. Tia, please come to the stage. Warm welcome for Tia Lesson.
Thank you so much, Christal. I have the special honor of announcing the Founders Awards. The first Founders Award is a special award called Knowledge is Power Science Prize, and it goes to a film by the name of AlphaGo by Greg Coase. Congratulations, Greg. Ah, yes? AlphaGo? Is AlphaGo here? No. Okay. Ah.
Hi.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thanks, everyone. Oh, thanks. Gary is... Okay, there he is. Thanks, everyone, for the support. Greg couldn't be here. He's actually a Michigander, but had to actually head home to his home in Philly. But this has been an incredible week. Our first time in Traverse City. It's been an amazing support here, and we hope to come back again. So thank you for having us. Yeah, thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
We have a special Founders Prize for Amir Bar-Lev and his film Long Strange Trip. Amir is not here this evening. This year we created a very special Founders Prize. It's our special Founders Prize for citizen journalism. And the first prize goes to Raqqa is Being Slaughtered Silently, as featured in Matthew Heineman's film City of Ghosts. Because of the travel ban, Raqqa is Being Slaughtered Silently is not here tonight. These are people who have risked their lives, put their lives on the line to tell the truth. And some of them have risked much more than that, their family's safety, their reputations. The next winner of the Special Founders Prize for Citizen Journalism goes to Nori Sharif in Nowhere to Hide by Zartash Ahmed. Are you here tonight? Would you accept this award on his behalf?
Thank you. Again, it's been very special. I don't know what to say. Congratulations to Nuri. Let me send him best wishes to him and his family. He's still in Iraq in this IDP camp. Let me give him an applause and wish him all the best, please. Thank you. And I already said that many times to different people about the festival. This is the People's Festival. And you should be proud of. I learned a lot from this festival, and I'm going to try to forward the knowledge from this festival. I am very proud to be here and very proud to meet you. You changed my mind. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And can I have everybody's attention? This is a really special prize for citizen journalists on the front lines of documenting. This next prize goes to Kurt Guyot, director of Here's to Flint, for his great work as a citizen journalist. Kurt, are you here with us tonight? Thank you so much, Kurt.
Well, first of all, it should be Kurt Guyot and Kate Levy for making Here's to Flint. I was just the co-director, so the record's clear. It was both of us, and it would not have been possible without Kate. I'm so sorry that she's not here. She was a driving force behind this and was relentless, and so I know she'd be really, really proud of this. I also want to say that this is for the people of Flint, and the people of Flint are still fighting for clean, safe, affordable water, and it's not yet happened, and their struggle is not over, and they also have not gotten justice yet. The fight for justice isn't over yet, and so in honor of all them, we gratefully accept this award. Thank you so much. Thank you.
And our last special Founders Prize for Citizen Journalism goes to Myron Dewey for Awake, a Dream from Standing Walk. Myron, can you please come and accept your...
Doug, can I get a... This is a Water Protectors Award. This is all of you guys that are protecting the water out there. I want to have my brother honor all of our water protectors that are out there still continuing to stand in the front line and protect water for people they don't even know all throughout Indian country. And what you guys know as United States, we know as Indian country. Because I'm a brother, honor you all and honor the water protectors that are still going to court, the 814 out in Morton County Police Department. Minuiccioni.
The Founders Award for Best Foreign Documentary Film goes to Cause of Death Unknown by Anakin Hall. Anakin? Congratulations. Hello. Yes.
Oh, thank you. Oh, wow. Don't know what to say. Well, thank you so much. We're so happy that we've been so warmly welcomed here at Traverse City Film Festival. Oh, I don't think I can say it.
Yeah, thank you. This is our U.S. premiere, and the reception has been fantastic. And thank you to the festival, to the founders, to the audiences, and wow, I'm really speechless. Also, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much. These were very hard decisions because there was a tremendously powerful slate of films. The Founders Award for Best U.S. Documentary Film goes to 500 Years by Pamela Yates. Pamela can't be with us tonight. They're screening in Los Angeles. But just a couple minutes ago, she sent a message. She says, "This is a tremendous honor from all of you at the Traverse City Film Festival because it is the most community-minded, beautifully curated, and filmmaker-friendly festival that I've ever been to. Thank you. 500 Years is about Mayan resistance, about life in resistance. The Mayans of Guatemala have been world leaders in indigenous rights and real models in the defense of the environment for all people to be able to have a sustainable planet. They tell the story of their quest for justice, equality, and cultural rights while denouncing greed and racism that affects us all. In a time when authoritarian governments are on the rise, let's let the Mayans help guide us. Viva la resistencia. Resistencia. Sorry. Viva la resistance. The Founders Award for Best Foreign Fiction Film goes to The Divine Order by Petra Volpe. Petra can't be with us tonight. Congratulations wherever you are. And the Founders Award for Best U.S. Fiction Film goes to Mr. Roosevelt by Noel Wells. Director Noel Wells, are you with us? Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Oh, God, I'm loud. Woo! I had drinks. Thank you guys so much. This is so great. Traverse City is so nice. Everybody's so kind, and all the filmmakers have been lovely, and I feel very honored to be the most well-curated slate of films. It's very cool. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. And our last prize, the Founders Grand Prize, goes to Raoul Peck for his two films, I Am Not Your Negro and The Young Karl Marx. And Raoul could not be with us tonight, but congratulations. We would like to thank you all for joining us this evening and for being part of the 2017 Traverse City Film Festival. Those watching via our Facebook Live channel can stay tuned for interviews with the filmmakers in a few minutes. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the night.
Well, good evening, Traverse City, and all around the world watching live right now. My name is Christal Frost, my co-host for today.
Ira Deutschman.
And we are thrilled to bring you the post-party interviews right here at the My North Studio stage in downtown Traverse City. Right now, I have a Best Foreign Documentary Film winner, Anakin Hall. Thank you so much for being here today, Anakin Hall.
Oh, it's a great pleasure.
So I understand your film was incredibly personal. We start with the premise of a story about your sister. Can you tell us a little bit about this? And obviously it's very good. It's award-winning.
Well, yeah, it started back in 2005 as my sister died suddenly, and she was she had some mental health issues. And the autopsy said that the cause of death was unknown. And after a year or so, I started investigating what could have caused her death. And it turned out that the medicines that she was given was part of it. And then I started meeting families all over the world who had experienced the same thing, which led me into an investigation of the pharmaceutical industry.
Right. And so the medicine that she was prescribed, however, is something that many people are prescribed every day.
Yeah, in the States, it's around 13 million people who take these medications every year.
Do you want to actually name them? Because there are people listening who might want to know.
Right. Well, it's essentially a class of medications that we're looking at, and that's the antipsychotics. But the film is actually a broader investigation of the whole system of psychiatric medications. I mean, that runs from when Prozac first came to the market, which completely changed the way we view human emotions and so it's a very complex investigation into how our societies became medicated for basically human emotions.
You know, and that is so interesting because so many people are diagnosed with things and they're using these medications like Prozac and some of the other things within that family on a daily basis. And it's interesting. I saw an interview with both of you and Andrew yesterday. You had said that your entire crew took this test to see whether or not you were bipolar.
Yep.
And everybody was bipolar.
Pretty much so, yeah.
So what does that mean for you? Now you're getting involved with Anakin in a very personal journey here. What does it mean for you and how you view how the mental health system works not only here in the States but elsewhere?
Yeah, I mean, when we were doing the research on the film, I learned so much about the American system that things that I had not been aware of. My attitudes and impressions about the FDA and how they functioned and the way drugs were approved was completely based on a myth. I mean, just something, my belief that, okay, this is a government agency, they are taking care of us, they're looking out for us, but that's not the truth at all. It's really the industry that's dominating everything. So once I started to learn that, I knew this was, such an absolutely important project, and I really wanted to, both of us really want to get the message out there that, we can't just blindly trust doctors and our regulatory agencies. And that's the same here in the US as it is in the EU.
In Anakin, one of the questions I had about, especially when it comes to this being such a personal story for you. So if your sister is dealing with anything from maybe low-level depression or bipolar disorder or whatever happens to be going on with sisters all around the country, all around the world right now, what do you think came first, the diagnosis or the drug?
Well, that's a bit of a complicated question, but what usually happens is that you get a diagnosis and then you get a medicine. So you get a diagnosis so that you can get a medicine.
But it's so interesting that the number of people who've been diagnosed with these mental illnesses has skyrocketed since the pharmaceutical industry took over.
Yeah, that's also what we look at in the film. It's how actually the bar for what's considered mental illness has been severely lowered, and also the amount of the range of things that can be considered mental illness has also been widened. So, yeah.
So I know Ira and I are extremely excited for you in this award tonight. Is there anything special you're going to do? I mean, some people ask, you win the Super Bowl. Are you going to Disney World? What do you do when you win?
Well, let me change the question a little bit because, obviously part of your mission is to get as many people as possible to see this movie so that you can get the word out there about this issue. So how can people see the movie who are listening in around the country? Are there plans to have it in theaters? Is it going to be available online somewhere?
We're just, this was our U.S. launch here at this festival, so we're still in discussions and negotiations about how best to do it. I mean, it's very important for us that outside of any kind of regular theatrical or streaming, we really want to get into kind of organizations, mental health activist groups, or universities where nurses and doctors are taught. This is very important for us to have a real sort of community outreach for the film.
Well, I just want to say congratulations, Annika and Noel, and of course to you, Andrew Grant, for being here today. The best foreign documentary film, Cause of Death Unknown. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you very much for having us.
Ira, that's just such a tragedy, and yet Annika was able to turn that into something that could possibly educate many, many more people.
Well, that's the whole point of documentaries, social issue documentaries, is to get those issues out there. And in fact, a couple of the other filmmakers we're going to be talking to are dealing with similar situations. Not the same issue, but just the fact that their films are intended to, to get the word out about something incredibly important. Absolutely. So we have other filmmakers coming in here, award-winning filmmakers right now. This is a special Founders Prize for Citizen Journalism. The film is called Nowhere to Hide, and I'm so excited to see you tonight. If you'd want to go ahead and take a mic here, we have the director in studio. Is it Zara Dasht Ahmed?
Yeah, exactly.
If you want to just talk right into the mic, that would be great. So obviously this is an incredible film that won a very special prize tonight for citizen journalism. Things changed in what you originally started wanting to report, isn't that right?
Yeah, I think after 3 years of film process changed, and then we have to change the course of the film and become the film that we all know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let me just say, I saw the film this morning, and in fact, we did a Q&A together, and the film is incredibly powerful. I mean, it's devastating in terms of putting a face on the kinds of tragedies that we read about in the media all the time, but somehow never are able to understand that these are human beings that they're talking about and not just statistics. And Zardash's movie does an incredible job of doing that.
Thank you.
So as far as this big decision that you had to make, I mean, it was either stay and possibly die, but continue to document, or leave and know that you're going to survive and that you can tell parts of the story at it later. How did you make that decision with this film?
First of all, the film is about a guy that I coach to document his daily life after American pulled out from Iraq in 2011. And I was very interested to see how life will develop and what that affects the daily life of normal people,
Yeah.
But unfortunately, things escalated after that. And in 2013, when ISIS came in, the situation changed. That's why I changed the film also.
Yeah.
But it was more him living, dying question, because I am privileged. I have a passport going in and out, and I can just turn my back. But morally, I could not. I could not live with myself later on thinking about leaving, and I wanted to continue, but I needed this confirmation from my main character because that was the question of life and death for him. He could have gone in any time by anybody. He's a vulnerable guy. He's not a militant. He's working in an emergency part. He's helping people. Don't believe in violence at all. So I could, when things were touching him he was part of the war, he was inside the war, something that he never asked. I could not leave him anymore. I asked what he think about it, but he wanted to continue to document. He told me, that's why I wanted you to be part of the film, to come to see how I live, how people are living here. So he encouraged me to continue. And then we continued up to 2016, the end of 2016, where ISIS were advancing everywhere, and his townfall end up has nothing left except from his family and his job. So end up in an IDP camp, internally displaced person, where he still lived there. So it was more about him. It was more this question of life and death and risky things was his, not mine. It's more him.
Absolutely.
Can you talk a little bit about how dangerous it is to carry a camera in that part of the world?
Well, I don't know. In America, carrying gun is not that dangerous, but in most part of the world, carrying a gun is very dangerous. And in a war zone, carrying a gun, a Kalashnikov, it's a sign of death. Camera goes that.
Really?
Camera is one of the most dangerous instrument that you can have with you, because whenever you go, you are enemy to somebody. You are enemy to a fraction. You are enemy to a party or an ideology or the government or the anti-government or the militia, this militia, that militia, always. And you are never trusted. You always stampled with the guy who wants something, espionage, for example. You are going to spy on them. You are going to sell it to enemies, Israel, America, whatever. They find these kind of arguments. Then that's why Iraq is one of those top countries dangerous for journalists, for activists, for bloggers, for anybody who want to express something. They live in danger by somebody from some militia or some other power group or ISIS for that case. So it's very dangerous. It's a matter of life and death. So
now, interestingly, you brought Pau with you, who's another award-winning filmmaker tonight. And the two of you have become like best friends. We might as well let you talk for a minute about your movie.
You mean with Zara?
No, about your own film.
Your film, sure.
You want me to talk about my film?
Sure.
Well, the film is about an activist who runs for mayor of the city of Barcelona in Spain. I will not tell what happens because we decided not to anticipate that, not even the title. It's a film called Ada for Mayor. But what the film is about is how this crisis of, and I think it's something that you also have in this country, the fact that people don't trust politicians anymore, created many different situations.
Mm-hmm.
And in the case of Barcelona, we have an activist and a group of people that comes from activism that decides to organize and to try to win the city, to win the city council. And I decided to film that while it was happening because for me it was important to see the whole journey. And for me it was not that important if she won or if she didn't win. For me the story was how this activist, because the story is centered on her, is facing the fact that she is becoming what she was fighting against. She's becoming a politician. She might even become the mayor. And there are so many contradictions and so many things that she has to learn during this whole year. And that was, for me, the main part of the film. Of course, during this journey, I even discovered things that I was not expecting. And at the end, we even have like a very tense end situation that, of course, I didn't know that was going to be like that. But I was lucky because I had the good ingredients to build the story. But I also knew that these ingredients would probably be there,
Well, I just want to say thank you so much to both of you for being here today on the My North Studio stage. The film that won the Special Founders Prize for Citizen Journalism, Nowhere to Hide. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Now, coming up, I might get a little giddy, Ira, because one of my very favorite actresses is stepping right in here. Noel Wells is coming up. She actually just won Best U.S. Fiction Film for her film, Mr. Roosevelt. First of all, Noel, thank you so much for being here. I can't believe I'm sitting right next to you.
And congratulations.
I'm right here. Thank you.
It's amazing. So this was your directorial debut.
Yeah.
You are a comedian. You are an actress. You have been featured in such television shows for Hulu called Master of None that I'm a huge fan of, and please bring Rachel back soon. But tell us a little bit about Mr. Roosevelt.
It's a movie that I wrote about a young millennial type who doesn't really have her life together and has to come back to her college town of Austin when there's a death in the family, is how I pitch it. I'm really bad at log lines, but it's a comedy. It's a comedy, and she's a hot mess.
So, you know, you are from Texas, and you left to become a comedian. You had some time on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, just a little time though.
Well, it was it was not enough time. I'm just going to say that. But you had not a similar story, but did you relate to that character of Emily at all when you're writing this?
Yeah, I mean, she is not me. She is a made-up character, but she's a composite of parts of myself that if I take a step back, I wonder, why did I act that way? Why was I so selfish or immature? And but I also see it in other people too. So I hope that other people relate to her, and I hope it's not just young people. I think anybody who's been really self-absorbed and self-centered and sort of obsessed with their own tragedy or their own complications with life will be able to see the movie and laugh at her.
Right.
And just the shared human experience of our stories.
So you were actually you're behind the camera, you're in front of the camera. Tell us, I mean, in your directorial debut, what are some things that you learned?
That I know what I'm doing. I am doing this for a reason, and it's okay for me to be assertive, because I think I have an instinct to never. I want to bring people together. I don't want to fight. I don't want to ever. I don't know, but I'm good at this, and so there's a part of me that needs to sort of take the helm and be okay saying, I've got this, get out of my way, come back when you want to help me.
Did you have any people, when you were working on this project, on this film is called Mr. Roosevelt, did you have anyone who just said, oh, little girl, let me help you. This is your first time around.
I think a lot of people, people know better than to say that anymore, but I think it's all very subtle, and it's just subtle under, people just, I can't really get upset about it, but it's very subtle. It's always there, and but you just keep smiling and working hard, and then one day, people will get it. I mean, if I got upset every time somebody talked down to me, I would look like I would just be upset a lot. So there's a funny thing now where when people do that to me, other people stick up for me, or other people are like, did you see how that person did that? And I was like, oh yes, I'm very used to it, but it's much funnier for me to sit and watch it happen rather than throw a fit.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, and I can completely understand that point of view, especially considering, you have done so many things in a very short period of time. What is next for you? What do you think you're going to? Are you going to be continuing with directing? Or are you going to?
Yeah, I have a. Honestly, I think the directing. It's like I like writing and directing, and I really like bringing people together to make something bigger. So I am working on several ideas to do that, but it's just it's hard. The world's very complicated right now, and I think everybody's having a lot of anxiety, so it feels sometimes self-indulgent to want to write and direct funny things or even semi-serious things, but I actually think that's what I'm gonna do next, and yeah.
So semi-serious next, huh?
Yeah, I have in my head, I have a lot of comedies I want to write and direct, and then there are more dramatic films, and I think I got into this world through comedy, but I'm a pretty serious person, and I think once people earn my respect as a director, I can slowly start being a little bit more like, here's my artistry.
Well, the film is called Mr. Roosevelt, and it just won here at the Traverse City Film Festival.
Thank you, guys.
Best U.S. Fiction Film. Are you enjoying your time in Traverse City? We have to know.
I am. I didn't know that I was going to get this, and I'm maybe enjoying myself a little too much. I drank a couple drinks, and I think the music is very good.
Well, it's fantastic to have you right here in downtown Traverse City. Noel Wells, directorial debut going very well. So we'd love to.
Pretty good, y'all.
Before we do go and we have to wrap it up, I have to ask you, what is a hipster turned yuppie? In the description of your film, and of course seeing your film,
Who wrote that? That's not me. I don't know what a yuppie is.
Your ex-boyfriend is a hipster turned yuppie.
I guess I see that. Yes, he was a musician, like kind of living the hard life.
Right.
Of struggling.
He's a struggling artist.
Struggling artist who basically is like, I'm gonna.
Did he have a beard?
He had a beard. How else do you signify a hipster? And then when you shave it, you instantly become a yuppie. Also, he's becoming like a real estate agent. You know, he wants money over
I learned
the
something
struggle.
just now.
So, Ira, the whole deal is don't go from rocker to real estate agent. Never do that.
I mean, but so many people do it. That's the thing. You're just like, what did you ever stand for?
I love it. Noel Wells, it's been a pleasure having you on our stage. Thank you so much for being here. Enjoy the rest of the party and your time in Traverse City. Bye. I love it. Ira, what a great, wonderful night of movies, a week of movies. I mean, some of the favorites of yours. Let's talk about that before we wrap.
Well, these two guys who were sitting here earlier,
yes.
Those are two of my favorite movies in the festival. They're both incredible issues that are being dealt with that are very moving, take us to parts of the world that we would never read about otherwise. And I also, I was going to mention this before, but one of the things I also love is just the fact that the two of them didn't know each other until they got here, and now they're like best friends. And that's another great thing that happens at film festivals like this.
It's friendships forever. I mean, Ira and Christal forever,
Yes,
right? We're
yeah.
going to get matching tattoos. It's going to happen at some point. It has been a wonderful pleasure having you, Ira, here, and all of our filmmakers here for the post-show interviews on the My North Studio stage. Let's give it up for everybody who has done such a great job. I know you're all clapping at home right now and on Facebook because you can't clap in the studio. I know the director is going, no, don't do that. Absolutely. It's just been a fantastic time to be here tonight, and thank you all at home for watching, rewatching, and of course, that's going to do it for our show tonight. Ira, thank you so much.
All right. See you next year.